Are you surprised?
Well, Shane, I suppose we are surprised that it was announced by Ronan Glynn rather than by the Taoiseach, but on the basis of the numbers that we have been looking at over the last number of weeks, and when I go back to July the 20th, or thereabouts, and the numbers were around about the 20 per day, we certainly weren't optimistic about our chances of opening on Monday.
Okay. Is it the right decision in your view?
Well, we believe that, and we believed all along, that all of the pubs should have been given the opportunity to open at the same time under the same conditions. We believe that, and as one of your earlier contributors, Gardaí O'Regan, pointed out, we are one of, if not the most regulated sector in the country. We are used to dealing with regulation, and what we said at the time was put the guidelines in place, make them clear, give us the opportunity to trade, put sanctions in place and impose those sanctions on those that don't comply with the guidelines. We would still say that would have been the right approach, because we're now seeing a situation where we have businesses that have been closed for 6 months. The financial and indeed at this point in time, more importantly, the mental anguish that people are going through, the hardship that they are suffering, being put off for 3 weeks, for 3 weeks, for 3 weeks. It is just not acceptable anymore. And we would be much happier if government came out, gave a clear indication of when pubs might open, and then put a support package in place to support the sector that they have compulsorily closed for longer than any other sector.
Yeah, like I understand why you're calling for that, and nobody doubts how difficult it is for publicans. But are you not asking the impossible there? Because the government doesn't have a crystal ball. It doesn't know where COVID cases are going to be in 2 weeks, in 4 weeks, in 6 weeks. So it can't definitively say the pubs are going to reopen on October 1st.
No, but what it could say is these are the conditions under which we can see pubs reopening. That's not beyond the bounds of possibility. I mean, when we asked that question, we were told, well, there's this conundrum and there's that conundrum. The bottom line is this: it's about the numbers, and if we had sight of where that might be, you see, people have at this point in time they've been looking forward to open. In some cases, they've had stock bought in. In other cases, they have engaged with employees. Opening a pub is not like opening a shoe shop. You've got to get your drink lines in order. You've got to get your stock in place. The stock has a definitive shelf life. There are all of those things that have to be considered. And we have the extraordinary situation now where we have suppliers who took back hundreds of thousands of kegs after the initial lockdown are taking back more kegs now because of the late announcement in relation to opening. It's just not acceptable. The hardship that it's causing, the mental anguish that it's causing to people is just beyond comprehension.